the Balance Doctor. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Hello. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. I am so excited because we are here with some powerhouse dynamite women that are going to be really changing your perspective in life. So I am excited because we're going to be talking with this. How is everybody over there? All of you all that are here with us today.
We're great.
Awesome.
Good. I'm so glad to have you all. First of all, I don't even know where all of you all are located. So where are you guys located?
I'm in Tampa, Florida.
Okay. How about you, Kim?
Northeast or northwest corner of Pennsylvania.
Okay, Shawan.
Maryland.
Oh, you look at how you said that, Maryland. You know, y'all are like progressive in Maryland. I used to live in Maryland. Okay. And how about you, Dr. Lisa?
Well, I'm Dr. Renee.
I know you. I know you, Dr.
Chicago.
Renee, but I was talking to Lisa D. Are you frozen over there, Lisa?
Chicago.
Okay, Dr. Clara.
Not that I know of.
Okay, Dr. Clara Peters. Where are you located? Okay, maybe some.
She in Houston, Texas.
You're in Houston. Okay, Houston. And then how about you over there, Dr. Renee?
Hi, I'm from the Big Apple, New York.
Oh, you know what? I know one thing. It's cold in New York when it's
is.
This time of year. It's cold, right?
It is cold. We are the frozen apple.
The frozen. Oh, I never even knew that because I know one time I went to the Big Apple and I rubbed my leg right just on my pants. And do you know I actually rubbed skin off of myself? I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So it's like that cold that I'm actually rubbing skin off of just through my pants. It was pretty bizarre. But anyway, I am in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. So the whole virtual world has made a big difference, hasn't it? For us to stay connected. So I'm really glad to have you all here today.
Yeah.
And I'm also glad to have all of you in the virtual studio audience. So listen, grab your seats and make sure you all share this broadcast. We're going to be talking about a wide variety of shows that are right here available to you. You just got to tune into them. So you definitely don't want to miss what's coming up right after this commercial break. We'll be right back and we're going to get started.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
All right, everyone. And we are back. And we're going to go ahead and get started today so we don't miss anybody. We have a great lineup set up here for you. So we want to make sure that we introduce Miss Clara Peters, and we're going to learn more about you. And I see you, Dr. Nicole. Give me a hands up if you're ready to come back in, a thumbs up or something. All right. I'll pull you in. Well, Dr. Peters, Dr. Nicole Peters, now that you're back, I do want to start with you for a second, only because you're the visionary behind Believe in Your Dream television network. And so a lot of people would be interested in knowing what made you even start this particular network and what is the vision behind it. So let me formally kind of tell people who you are and then we're going to hear directly from you. So Dr. Nicole Peters is a professional certified life coach, junior media mogul. I think you're a senior media mogul. I don't know about the junior, but whatever. Okay. International motivational dream speaker, executive producer, journalist, publisher, and #1 award-winning best-selling author. In 2020, Dr. Nicole received her PhD in leadership and biblical studies. In 2019, she received 2 honorary doctorates in Christian education and counseling. And there are so many complete details to her that I want her to be able to share more of them with you. Welcome, Dr. Nicole Peters, the visionary behind Believe in Your Dreams television network. How are you today?
I'm great, Kimberly, and thank you for having me and my amazing, our Believe family team of directors with you on this amazing motivational Monday. So how are you?
I'm doing great, and I'm even better because you all have graced us here on the show today. And so I've been looking at some of the programming. I look at the platform, and I've heard you speak, especially at Hungry for Greatness, and I am blown away with how God is just moving through you. And I believe what I would consider a ministry that's going global. So I'm excited to have you here today.
Thank you. We're excited to be here as well.
So what gave you the vision to start this particular type of network, especially with it being Believe in Your Dreams? You could have started anything because you got a lot to you right here, but you started Believe in Your Dreams. Why?
I'm going to try to cut it as short as possible because it's a long story behind it.
Okay.
But when I was a young girl, I had one of my teachers to tell me that I could not be a best-selling author because I had to take Title I classes in reading comprehension and also in writing. I used to have to go out to the Title I class teacher and see her. So we had career day at school. And when we had career day at school, she asked everybody to raise their hand up after we saw teachers, we saw firefighters, usually people that come to career day, police officers, nurses, doctors. And one lady came in there after I was having a bad day. Matter of fact, I was in the process of wanting to kill myself, jump in the river where I crossed to go to school at, and wanted to jump in that river and die because I heard my grandmother telling my mom that she was dying of congestive heart failure, and it was time to let me know. Mind you, I just found out my daddy was getting his foot cut off with sugar diabetes, and he was dying because of sugar diabetes as well. So I was just in a state to where I didn't even want to go to school that day. I just want to jump in the river. So when my friend girl was late for school, she was like, "Oh, okay, then we got to get to school because it's career day." I had a bad day. It was so sad, Kim. Only thing I was worried about is just ending my life. At a young age, I wanted to die. But that lady came in, she was an author and she was a speaker. And she had us to sit down and around the carpet, and she read a story to us, and the story was so good, and the way she was talking to us, she made me feel better. And I was like, oh my God, I know what I want to be. So after class, I raised my hand up. I was happy to raise my hand up. And my teacher said, what do you want to be? And I said, I want to be an author, and I want to be a speaker just like her. She made my day just amazing. She rocked my world. The teacher didn't know what I was going through, but the author also and the speaker didn't know what I was going through. But what she did was made me feel so good in the inside that I no longer had those bad thoughts of killing myself. So I was like, raised my hand and said what I wanted to be. I saw the express she gave me, like, versus everybody else. Yes, you'll be great in that, or yes. Right. So after school bell rung, she asked me to stay in class, and I stayed. And she said, you know what, Nikki? She said, you're really great. You're very great in science and math. You rock your science projects. You always do good. You ace your math tests. You always do good. But you take Title I in reading and math and reading and comprehension and writing. So I think that, you shouldn't really want to go in that career. And to me, she didn't believe in me because I knew then it's a feeling that God gave me as that child. I knew what I wanted to be. And I was like, this it. So I looked at her, I snatched my book sack, and I did turn around and told her, I'm going to be that author, and I'm going to be that I'm going to be that speaker. But I just really told her I'm going to be that author and that speaker, and I slammed the door, and I was running late for class. So yeah, I was running late to get home because everybody else had went home. So I was like ready down. I mean, down to where I was ready to go kill myself again. I'm like, okay, I'm losing my grandma. I'm losing my dad. Now here we go. My teacher don't believe in me. Why should I even be going to school? Why should I be doing anything? I'm losing everybody I love. My mama worked 10 to 12 hours a day. She had to take care of her 9 kids, her sickly mother, and she fed a lot of people in the PJs where we were from. So it was to the point where I was like, well, you know what? That's it. So by the time I got to that bridge, Kim, my grandmother was already there waiting on why everybody home from school except for you. What's going on? And I was screaming and I was crying. My grandma said, what's wrong with you? Why are you in tears? I said, because the teacher didn't believe in me. I told her what I want to be. She was excited for everybody else except for 2 of us in the class. And she made me feel bad.
Wow.
And my grandma said, hold your head up. Don't you believe what did 9:23 tell you? Anything is possible for those that believe. Don't we sit on this porch all the time and you talk about your dreams of how you want to help others, how you become this Nikki woman, this superhero, how you're going to stop people from being in violence, how you're going to stop people from being in poverty. You don't let her tell you, do you believe what God is showing you in your visions? And that is what you're going to roll with. And from then on, I named my company Believe in Your Dreams Publishing. Then as I was doing great in my publishing, I was publishing people from all the way from that didn't have anything to billion-dollar companies. That Jim T. Chong, he had over 3 billionaires in his book that I produced. Shawanda Christian had millionaires and actors in her book that I produced. And you know what? After that, I said I wanted to form an academy to help kids that do have reading comprehension problems, cognitive problems, or just need tutoring service. So I started Believe in Your Dreams Academy. So I seen how successful Believe in Your Dreams Academy was doing with the Believe Bunny. Then I said, you know what? I'm gonna go even further. I'm gonna take these stories and I'm gonna start doing a channel. And I had the Motivational Lounge. The Motivation did so good on Voice of America. I became a host on there, and it was really good. I said, you know what? During COVID, a lot of people's like, I don't know what to do. I can't speak on stages no more. I can't do. I said, I got the formula for that. I have the roadmap for that. And I knew what I was taught and knew how to do it. So I formed Believe in Your Dreams Television Network, and it's been rocking ever since then.
Look at God. No, all you have to do is just literally open your mouth and everybody's going to be like, oh, sign me up. I want to be a part of Believe in Your Dreams, because you literally are believing in each and every one of these directors' dreams and their goals. And you're providing a platform for people to be able to share these dreams. And so it sounds to me like you believe everybody has a dream. And please correct me if I'm wrong.
Oh, no, you are absolutely 100% facts. And I can't correct you because that's the truth. My motto was, if God helped me through so much, Kim, because this is only like maybe 2% of my story. If God can help me through so much he did, I know for a fact I can show other people what you do, what can happen when you believe in God. The miracles of God can happen. And when we do Romans 12:2 and transfer our mind by the way we think, when we think that we are great, when we think that we are enough, when we think that this person on the side of me can be just as a great leader as I can, it's not about an I no more. It's a we when you build a team. Everybody you see up here, from Kim to Sharon to Dr. Clara to Dr. Renee to Lisa, all have amazing stories. They all also believe in other people, and they also believe in themselves. And when you find people that know that they're great, know that they're enough, and they willing to break down barriers for other people, of course we know the enemy will come. Of course we might go through things, but one thing we do know, if we stand on Psalms 91, if we stand on Psalms 35, we are covered in the name of Jesus.
Yes, we are. And I agree with you. Everything that you say is just yay and amen. And so I'm sure I speak on everyone's behalf here. Listen, I am like thrilled to find out that I would say number one, to me, he's number one because he's been my mentor. And as you say, he's Uncle Les. So
Yes.
to the rest of the world, he's one of the top motivational speakers in the entire world. And he's recently agreed to be a part of your network. Talk to us about that.
Oh, wow. It was a dream that I always said that I wanted Uncle Les. I called him Uncle Les before I even knew him, like personally knew him. Because one day when I got in trouble, Kim, and I had to stay 5 days in the slammer. I know people say you had like that 15 years or 50 years, but 5 days was good
5
enough
minutes.
For me. I don't know about nobody else, but 5 days was good enough for me. I was high-headed. I had lost my dad and my grandmother 9 months apart. I felt like I was losing everybody. And when you're younger, you get a chip on your shoulder. But after I got out of jail those 5 days, The main thing I was saying when I got in the car, when my mom and my uncle picked me up, was, well, I'm sorry, my brother-in-law, Big Six, when they picked me up, the first thing I was saying to myself was, I'm ready to kill myself. I'm back to that suicide thoughts again. I had lost everything. I'm ready to kill myself. I'm ready to kill myself. And my sister put on Les Brown, the motivational speaker, Les Brown. And she said, you listen to this. And we was in that car and we listened to this. And that's what helped me change my mind. Even though I was in the bed and I had already, my mama didn't know I had snuck and got her gun out. And I was going to wait till everybody go to sleep and blow my brains out. And while I was on YouTube, I was looking for something else to listen to. And Les Brown came up again. His motivational speaking came up again. And that's when I knew. And when I heard the part where it say, if you fall, make sure you fall on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. And I was literally on my back in my bed, about to blow my brains away. And to have this same man, he is an uncle to me and everything, to be now my number one. No, I don't care who nobody say in the world, he's the number one motivation speaker to me. He's everything to me. He have helped so many people that he don't even know in years. And I kept on listening to him and kept on listening to him. And then all of a sudden I said, you know what? One day I want to work with him. I don't care what it takes for me to work with him. And that's how I became my mentor and my coach. Me and my VP end up seeing what we can do to make it happen. And we both made it happen. And now we have Uncle Les for Power Talk and Hungry for Greatness.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
You can, when you believe, anything is possible for those that believe. You believe and you speak it to existence and you be obedient with God and he will make it happen for you.
Absolutely. Can y'all feel the energy here in this room? I'm telling you, even though we're virtual, I feel like we're all doing a kumbaya kind of hug right here in one room. I am so excited about us being together today. Listen, I see all of your comments coming in, and you know how I feel. I always make sure that I pop all of your comments. If you have a question or anything, you can actually even come on stage and I'll put that in the comment section for you. Click on this link and it'll bring you directly into the broadcast. But let me take a quick moment, Dr. Peters, and just acknowledge some of our studio audience guests. And then we're going to take a commercial break and come back and we're going to hear from Dr. Clara Peters. Are you ready to get ready to do this? All right. Okay. All right. So let's see here. Beep, beep. I see y'all. Now y'all are, okay. So y'all are that animated group today. Beep, beep. Good morning, everyone. Maisha says, cooking with Nana and Pop. Beep, beep, beep. Y'all, whoever that is for, you know what that means. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cooking with Nana says, hello, beautiful ladies. Jean Turner says, hey, everybody. Maisha, thank you also so much for being here today. Shaniqua, we see you and say hello to you as well. Thank you all for being an important part of the virtual studio audience. Hey, everybody. Dr. Karen Hills Pruden. Hi, ladies. Hi, family. And house is full of powerful ladies, Tracy says. And Tracy, you're a powerful lady yourself. Hey, Dr. Renee, I'm a native of New York. Yes. All right. Monica's in the house as well. And I see you, Dr. Yolanda Jerry, with Dr. Yolanda Jerry's Tribe. She actually went through a training that I offer called How to Start Your Own Show from Scratch. And this woman is a powerhouse. She is. She is just a breath of fresh air. If you don't know Dr. Yolanda Jerry, definitely connect with her. My mommy's on. She said, good morning to this panel on Beautiful Queens. I'm in my seat waiting for this great show and great information. Everybody's saying, hey, Dr. Nicole. Hey, I know I repped you right, Dr. Karen. Felice, I see you. Good morning. Good morning. Beep, beep. I know you're going to keep honking the whole show, Tracy. Dr. Yolanda, love my advocate twin, Dr. Nicole's. Evelyn's Peters. All right. God morning. God morning to you, Dorissa. Let's see. BIYD team, Tracy. Okay, all of y'all keep these comments flowing in. I won't be able to tune in the entire time taking my mom out for birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Yolanda Jerry's mom. We are so happy to celebrate with you today. Support Believe in Your Dreams TV network. Okay, so I'll just keep popping your comments up throughout today's broadcast, and we're going to keep things moving and go on to Dr. Clara Peters. Is that okay with everybody? Right after this commercial break, we'll be right back, and we're going to hear from Dr. Clara Peters. All right.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements. And we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
All right, everyone. And we are back getting ready to hear from the lovely Dr. Clara Peters. Let me pull you front and center for a moment. And what I'm excited about with Dr. Peters is she is a woman of divine distinction. And literally, that's the name of her show, Women of Divine Distinction. She's a pastor, a mother, grandmother, can you believe it? Radio, TV show host, motivational speaker, mentor, actress, blogger, influencer, certified life coach, you name it, she pretty much wears these titles. And so I am so honored to have her as the founder of Clara L. Peters Ministries and Women of Divine Distinction Ministry here today on the Kim Jacobs Show. Glad to have you, Dr. Peters. How are you? Oh, I got to make sure. Are you able to, can you hear me? You know what? I thought you were posing like that earlier, just being cute. But now I realize that that's actually, she's frozen. But that's a really cute way to be frozen. I'm not even exaggerating. If I ever have to be frozen, I want to freeze like that. Okay? Does everybody agree? Yes. Everybody put a thumbs up in the comments, because when I'm frozen, I can tell you what I look like. Let me show you. I'm going to move this for a second. And Dr. Clara, go ahead. I'm going to put you back and let you come back in because you're frozen. But if I freeze, here's how I freeze. I mean, just any old kind of way. It's ridiculous. So I don't even look cute. I want to freeze like Dr. Clara Peters, like the way she's, hey, that's what I want to do. But that never works out like that. Anyway, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to keep things moving, and we're going to, let me see who I have that I can get ready to go to next. Let's go to Kimberly Ling. And I'm glad I asked you how to pronounce your name, because I would have said it all wrong. But Kimberly Ling, we're going to go to right now. How are you today?
I am doing awesome, and it's super to be here, especially with some of the family members from the Believe in Your Dreams team. And it's a pleasure to meet you and get to chat with you today.
Well, I'm glad. Let me give you an introduction as well. She is the host of The Right Stuff, RITE Stuff, the author's choice. She's an author, podcast host, TV host, and TV channel owner. She started her journey, and I'll let her tell you when she started her journey and how it kind of began. But she's been featured as a co-author in 7 anthologies. And she's the lead author and coordinator of collaborative 3 books, faith-based series titled When Grace Found Me. That right there. That's where I want to stop. Welcome, Kimberly Ling to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Thank you.
Okay, so Kimberly, talk to us about your show on Believe in Your Dreams Network and what inspired you to even have that particular kind of show.
Well, from my journey that started way back when, and not, I consider myself sort of an accidental writer. And it came about because I was giving a speech. I was asked to give a speech to my veteran group, because I'm a veteran.
Okay.
And we were having a large veteran program, outdoor program. And it turned out that there was over 800 people there. I had never written a speech. I'd never given a speech. I'd never spoken in public before. So I was just tossed right into this. So I spent several weeks working on this speech, and it was about my grandfather, who was the last surviving World War I veteran in my area. So I wanted to share his story of his service during World War I. So that's what I did. And at the end of this speech, that I had never spoken in front of a group at all, and it was well over 800 people, and they're veterans. There was television cameras there, newspapers there. I wasn't anticipating any of that. So there I was, just pouring my heart out with this story. And when I finished, it was total silence. And you've got over 800 people and there's no noise. My first thought was, oh, I was awful. I must have been awful. But you're still smiling because you got television cameras in your face. And then I heard sniffling and more sniffling. And then I looked up and realized people were crying. Oh. They were crying, and then they had that one clap, and then another person clapped, and then the whole thing just erupted. People were like screaming and yelling and clapping, and I went, oh, okay, all right. They liked it, you know.
Aw.
And so that was my first jump into any of that type of realm. And afterwards, the editor of the newspaper approached me and said, "Hey, would you consider doing a monthly article for the newspaper on, you know, and sharing some veteran issues that they may be going through?" And I said, I'm not a writer, yeah, you know, but thank you. I appreciate you asking me." And he goes, "Well, who wrote your speech?" Because my speech was 25 minutes long. That's a long time to talk.
Right. If
time.
you're not comfortable talking that much, you're like, oh, okay, this
And
is
you've
my
never
whole
done
life.
it before. So he, you know, said, "Who wrote your speech?" And I said, "Well, I wrote it." And he goes, "You are a writer.
That's right.
You had these people in tears, over 800 people." And he said, "So would you like to, you know, give it a try, you know, do a monthly column?" And me being me, I know no one here personally knows me very well, but me, I was just like, "Oh, okay, sure, I'll do it." You know, not knowing.
I feel
I'm
like
not
I know you, Kim.
Yeah, I'm not trained or educated in writing, but I write from the heart, just like I speak from the heart. And that seems to come through. So that's kind of how my writing journey started. And it just kind of rolled. That was in 2004. I still do those monthly columns, by the way. So it just kind of rolled into different things. I was given an opportunity to participate in an anthology for the first time, to share my story publicly. Never ever thought that was something I would do, because that sucker was locked away in a vault and not coming out for anybody.
Wow.
But God nudged me, and he put people in my path to nudge me, saying, "I think it's time. I think it's time." And I guess it was. So I did. It was very nerve-wracking. That was the first time I'd ever written anything that was published. And then I just kind of got the bug for writing. You know, everything can bring a story to me. A walk in the woods, sitting on my deck in the back of my house.
Wow.
Being out in nature brings all kinds of stories to me, and feelings and emotions. And I'm very empathetic. So it feels like, you know, I can just feel it all. And then words come. And I'm like, oh, that's a story. Oh, I got to write that down. Oh, I've got to hurry up and get that typed up before I forget. So that's kind of how my writing journey started, and turned into, you know, a podcast. And then the right people again. God did his thing, because he's pretty darn cool that way.
Yeah, he's pretty amazing like that. I think I
He
love
is.
that guy.
He's kind of smart, isn't he?
Yes, yes.
So he put, you know, some more people on my path and introduced me to this person. And, you know, it just kind of rolled. And I ended up as a team member, you know, family member of the Believe in Your Dreams television network, as a television host of The Right Stuff, the author's voice. And I chose that as my platform to share authors and to get their stories out there, because that's where I'm at too. I want to hear about why an author started writing, how they got their start. Why do they write the types of stories they write? You know, if you're a horror or sci-fi fiction writer, how in the world do you come up with those ideas? I want the world to know that, because me as a reader, and I'm an avid reader, I read at least 2 books a week. I want to know, when I get done with the book, I'm always questioning, you know, how did they come up with that? Wow, that was absolutely brilliant. That scene that they wrote out, how does their brain work that, you know? So I wanted to provide a platform for authors to come and share their writing journey, not necessarily the books that they've written, but why they write.
Why
Because
they write
I'm
it.
out here as a reader wanting to know, you know, and I'm just very curious. So I thought, well, you know, that's what I think I want to do. My heart is very much in that. And I just love to be able to share other people's stories, because everybody has one. Everybody has one. And everybody's story has the potential to change someone's life for the better. So I'm always saying, you know, I just want to toss nuggets of goodness. I want to toss nuggets of light out there, you know, and I carry my bucket of nuggets everywhere. And I just want to toss it like confetti. And so, you know, The Right Stuff, the Author's Voice TV show, that's just another avenue for me to reach, gosh, millions and millions of people worldwide to reach. And
Yeah, over 200 million to be exact. You said millions and millions. How about over 200 million? That's a good amount to reach, right? On Believe in
yes,
Your
it
Dreams.
is, you know, and why not?
That's right. And why not you? Why not you? Kim, I love the fact that you have a passion that was kind of pulled out of you that you didn't even know existed in you. So someone believed in you. Then you now are sharing on your platform other people's voices to be able to share their stories and their journeys. How do you go about selecting your guests for your show?
And it's, again, God puts people in my path.
Okay.
It seems to put the right people there. Some of them are from the Believe in Your Dreams family, and some are from who I personally have known or met throughout the years. Some I am getting from publicists. Publicists are starting to reach out to me and saying, "Hey, I have this client that writes this type." Yeah, so I've got 3 different publicists that I don't have enough shows for as many people as they want to give me for episodes. So it's been interesting. It's been very interesting, but I'm just meeting some amazing people. And I'm learning so much from every individual that I speak with. I'm learning so much, whether it has to do with writing or the culture that they're from, the country that they're from. It's just been an amazing journey. And I just can't wait to keep on going. I am on the bus, the Believe in Your Dreams team bus, and the beep, beep. That's because we're all on the bus together. We're all riding along on that bus. And we're all beeping away.
I love it. Now, what about people that are interested in writing their own books? And would they be able to reach out to you and learn some tips? And I definitely want you to share at least one tip now before we go to the next person. But what can people do that are interested in getting out of their comfort zones? They want to write a book, but they're like, I don't even know where to start. Where would you tell them to start? And then how do they connect with you?
Well, they can connect with me on my website, which is kimlanglingauthor.com. All my connections on there, stuff I'm doing, opportunities to be a co-author in anthologies. I just posted a new writing contest on there today, so folks can do that. Submit their story for the writing contest. But I was excited about it. The contest is called Letter to My 5-Year-Old Self. And I want to hear what people would write to their 5-year-old self. So I turned it into a contest. Yeah, turned it into a contest. So they can reach out to me that way. One tip. One thing that I do when I'm writing is I use all 5 senses. And I think that it's necessary. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? What can you touch? What do you feel? All of that. Bring it all into your story. So when I'm reading a book, I want to feel what you're feeling. I was talking to a veteran recently, and he was telling me about sandstorms in Afghanistan and how sand just got through anything. It didn't matter what they had covering their face. It was in their clothes constantly, in their ears, up their nose, in their underwear. They could never get rid of it. And I said, tell me how that felt. And he said, what do you mean? I said, explain it to me. So he did. He explained how it felt when the sand it felt like little tiny microscopic needles going into his cheeks constantly, how everything was orange, how there was grit between his teeth all the time. If you're writing a story, you want people to fall in to your story. Because when I read a good book and I can fall into it and I get lost in it, and then when you're done reading it, you look up and you're going, oh, wow. I want to be able to write that way. When I grow up, that's how I want to be able to write. But that's my tip. Just use all of your senses.
I
You don't have to be this, a author. Just use all of your senses and just do it. Just write. Just sit down and write.
Wow. Well, that's a great note to go to a commercial break on. Use all of your senses is what Kim Lingling says. And then make sure that people can fall into your story. I felt that. I felt that when you said make sure people fall. So I think I'm going to be doing some things differently as a result of what you shared, because I've written several books, but I don't know. I mean, I believe that people fell into them, but I want to use it from that perspective. I learned so much from you today. Thank you so much for being here today. And I see all of your comments coming in. Monica said, that's great information, Kim. I'm reminded of a quote, show me your story versus telling me your story, by Lisa Nichols has put that quote out. Excellent. Jean Turner said, great tip, Kim. Writing is so cathartic, is what cooking with Nana and Pop, your voice matters. So these are some, use all of your senses. Great advice, Kim. I see all of your comments coming in, and we'll make sure, yes, sand is everywhere. Very good comments, guys. We're going to take a commercial break and we're going to come back and hear from Dr. Clara Peters right after this break. Are you all enjoying yourselves? I know I am. I feel like I'm actually in a training or at like a conference or something. I can't wait to watch all of your shows. I'm excited about this. Okay, we'll be right back.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented, and I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
All right, everyone, we are back and we are talking with some of the directors of Believe in Your Dreams Network. And Dr. Peters, make sure, Nicole Peters, make sure that you let us know where people can catch all of their shows at the end of today's discussion, okay? Because I want everybody that's watching to tune in to every one of these represented today. And I can see that you'll be blessed. Like I'm going to be blessed when I watch them. Okay, Dr. Clara Peters, woman of distinction over there. How are you?
I'm just wonderful. How are you doing?
Doing great. I said earlier for you to freeze and look so cute while you froze. And I have never witnessed people freeze that look like in that perfect statue. Is beautiful. Okay, let me go.
Well, thank you. I don't know what's going on with this freezing. It's crazy today, but we're gonna press our way through.
Don't worry about it. We are so happy to have you. That's because you are a woman of divine distinction, and the enemy tries to play with situations like that to get you off course. So, pastor, mother, grandmother, radio host, a TV show host, motivational speaker, your mentor, actress, blogger, influencer, philanthropist, certified life coach, you name it, 14-time international best-selling author. We have here Clara L. Peters from Clara L. Peters Ministries and Women of Divine Distinction Ministry. Welcome to the Kim Jacobs Show.
Welcome. Thank you for the welcome. It's a beautiful welcome, and it is a blessing and an honor to be here. Thank you.
Well, I'm glad to have you here. Talk to us about your show and what people can expect when they tune in to Women of Divine Distinction.
My show is about encouraging and empowering women to find their voice, to know that their life matters, to understand that God created them for purpose. And they were just not put here just to be anything other than what God has called them to be. You know, so many women grow up with different things happening to them as they're growing up, life happening in their home, as they've been raised, or as they become teenagers or, young adults. And it makes things worse for them as they continue to get older. And then by the time they're in their 30s or 40s, so much has happened to where they're so broken down. And when I went through what I went through with domestic violence, God tapped me on my shoulder and said, I need you to talk. I need you to help these women find their voice. I need you to become a voice for the voiceless. I need you to help the women find the strength that they need.
Wow. Me
being the country girl that I am, I'm country, shy, quiet. I was like, no. So me and him we was going back and forth for a minute because I didn't want to do it. I'm that quiet girl.
Wow. So what advice do you give people, women, because, people are definitely going to tune into your show, but in the meantime, what advice would you give women that are experiencing domestic violence and they don't even know where to begin?
Well, first thing that I try to let the women know that domestic violence is not just when a man physically hits you. But see, a lot of women assume they're not going through if he's not hitting. So I let them know, understand it's not just that, first of all, but if you really feel and believe that you're going through something, then you have to love yourself enough to take your power back to say, you know what, I matter. I love me some me. I'm going to change the trajectory of my life. And especially if you have children, because one thing that we as mothers do not want is our daughters repeating the same cycle because of what they're seeing their mother allow themselves to, or our sons picking up what they see that their father or the man in their life has shown them how to treat a woman. So my biggest thing is to a woman is to fall in love with you and know that you matter. Know that you was not put here to be beaten, not to be verbally abused, or mentally abused, sexually abused in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Mental abuse to me and emotional, verbal, those are worse than physical abuse. But some women don't see it that way. They feel as though that physical is the worst. But I tell them, until you love you enough, until you value you enough, until you take you off that clearance rack, you're gonna keep allowing not just that man, because you may get out of that relationship, but you may go back into the same relationship but just a different face.
Right.
Why? Because you have not broken the pattern of saying, I choose me, saying, I'm not going to allow no one to treat me any other way but the queen that God created me to be, but the woman that I know that I'm to be, the woman that God has called me to be. Not a broken woman, not a woman that fears anything in life.
That's good. This is good. Okay, what you're saying is so inspiring to anyone watching, not just women and men. But now on your show, do you bring in guests that will talk to these subject matters to the viewers? And is it primarily women, or do men come on as well to share on your show?
It would be me by myself on some shows, and then there will be guests. And yes, I will have some men because I have interviewed men before in reference to being abused and a lot. We don't hear about the men being abused because we don't see men. You're a big man. How are you going to allow a woman to abuse you? But then there's some men that was raised right to where they're not going to do that to a woman. They'll walk away. I will have some men on the shows. Some authors come in to share their story, from the book that they've written. People in general sharing their story, or to just come on to encourage and empower man and woman.
This is good. I'm really honored that you're here today and talking about this very important subject matter. And I do want to put this domestic violence hotline number up here because some people need help immediately, right this second. You can tune into Dr. Clara Peters' show right away as well, and you're going to hear some expert advice. And this hotline is available to you as well, 800-799-7233. Again, that's 800-799-SAFE. 800-799-7233. And to stay connected with Dr. Clara Peters, how can they do that?
They can connect with me on Facebook as well as Instagram, Dr. Clara L. Peters. If they need to send me a message or connect with me in any other way, wodd.2011@yahoo.com. wodd.2011@yahoo.com.
Okay. At Yahoo. I want to make sure I pop that on here. I don't want any way for you to I want you to stay connected with these women that are sharing today. So if they're providing their private email information to you, definitely take advantage of it. Did I put that right? wodd.2011@yahoo.com, correct?
Yes.
Dr. Clara Peters is being kind enough to be able to share her information for you to connect. If you're dealing with domestic violence in any way, shape, or form, call the hotline, but also reach out to Dr. Clara Peters and she'll personally talk with you. And so people can tune in and they're going to hear direct teaching from this woman of God, who's also a pastor and obviously has dealt with some things yourself in your own past that brought you to where you are today, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for sharing some of your story. And I cannot wait to hear more because I'm going to be tuning in as well to your show. And so I am looking forward right now to hear from Shawan S. James. Let me put some of the comments before we just go on, because I see a lot of people say, hey, reaching out to Dr. Clara for a compassionate ear and connection to resources. She's a compassionate ear and a connection to resources, is what Dr. Karen Hills Pruden said. Queens have to realize, Minister Elaine says, queens have to realize first that they are queens, not stop referring to themselves as a female dog, you're not going to call me out of my name. Let me wait a minute. I gotta get, you know how you gotta say it the way the person's saying. Let me crack my neck. Wait a minute. Okay. Look, you're not gonna be calling me out of my name because I'm not no female dog. Let's just say my name, because that's not how I see myself. So some need that help. So thank you so much, Dr. Claire. I think I repped you right, Minister Elaine, right? All right, let's see. Shaniqua said, that's good. This is such a blessing. I love that. Everything that you're saying, we never know how God will use us. Our plans are not always his plans. And Dr. Clara, Cooking with Nana says, I can't wait for your show. You are so powerful and so inspiring. All right. I can see lots of other comments coming in. Abuse comes in all forms, mental, verbal, and physical. And you're right on point. Julia says, the manipulation is where it begins. All right. And I see more comments, but I got to keep the show going, y'all. Okay. All right. Shawan is here with us. Right after this commercial break, we're going to hear from you, Shawan. Is that okay? Let me just go ahead and at least say something about you, so when we come right back, we can get right into hearing you. Shawan S. James, spiritual nayslayer and native of Brooklyn, New York, residing in Maryland, visionary of Sisters Overcoming and Winning LLC. So a community of over 5,000 warrior sisters on a mission to edify women through philanthropy, kingdom living, and evolutionary leadership. Shawan is a best-selling author, TV host, and chief human resource officer at BIYD, which is Believe in Your Dreams TV network. She's a board member. It's a lot of factors to you, and you can go into as much detail as you want when we come right back after this commercial break. Are you ready for this, Shawan?
I'm ready.
I think you were born ready with those like blue glasses. Let me see what's going on.
They're like tortoise at the bottom with a little black at the top.
Girl, you look good. You look good. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Right after this commercial break, we're going to hear from Shawan James. I am so excited to have you here. All right. Let's go here.
Lamb Funeral Home has been serving the Cabarrus County in North Carolina and surrounding communities for more than 9 years. Our staff of funeral directors are dedicated to providing the very highest quality of service and continue to be well respected throughout the communities we serve. Our professionals are caring, experienced professionals who understand that each family is unique and has personal requests and traditions. These requests and traditions are the utmost importance to our staff of licensed funeral directors. From the initial care to aftercare, you can entrust your loved one and arrangements to Lamb Funeral Home.
Nothing says I love you more than final expense insurance whole life protection. With funeral advocacy nationwide, saving you and your family 30 to 80% off funerals and cremations. Nothing says I love you more than Get Insured Solutions, LLC. GetInsured.Solutions, 704-499-3616.
All right, everybody, we're coming back, and I want to bring everybody back into the studio, and we're going to hear from Shawan right now. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, I am so glad that you took the time to be here today. Tell us about your show, the name of it, and what people can expect when they tune in.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Kim. So my show is called Intentionally Spoken with Shawan Sharika. And it's exactly that. It's a safe space for persons like myself whose voices were previously muted due to past traumas and drama that caused them to believe that they weren't important, that they weren't worthy of being able to share their story. They were held bound to the shame and guilt of things that happened to them. As a serial survivor and nayslayer of depression, rape, domestic violence, cancer, the same cancer that came and took my mom also came for me when I was 23. So all of these things kept me in a place where I was afraid to talk. I was afraid to be who I was. I didn't know who I was supposed to be. I was raised in an environment where I wasn't edified. So this show is that space for all of those people who have been convinced by life that they're not valuable, that their story doesn't have a place in the world. And I want to create that space where they can come and share so that their life can be now the GPS and survival guide to get through a thing, and now share and multiply that same deliverance and freedom that comes with unapologetically and transparently sharing their story. Everyone's story has purpose for someone else. And all we need to do is what? Believe. Thus being the reason why I absolutely knew that Believe in Your Dreams Television Network was the place for me. I had started a podcast maybe about 3 months before stumbling upon Believe in Your Dreams television opportunity. And I was like, okay, I love this. It's pretty cool, but I feel like there needs to be a broader reach. My guest and myself need to be able to share these intimate details of transformation from past traumas and the drama that comes with people coming for you, everything from church hurt to generational strongholds. All of it needed to be shared because guess what? What God says about us is what we are and not what has happened to us. What has happened to us should be the vehicle to move forward into our God-given destinations. And so this show, me coming on board, all of it became that, and it was affirmed and confirmed multiple times. Let me just say, from the very first meeting of Dr. Nicole, it was supposed to be one of those calls where we were going to be learning about the show and the network, and it turned into a full praise and worship thing. I said, this is where I'm supposed to be. Thank you, God, and come on, guests, because we're going to change the world by sharing our story. And that's what the show is about, just giving life and voice, making those previously muted voices now audible, and sharing it in such a powerful way that it's like, listen, if it was going to take me out, it should have taken me out before. But now that I know who I am and whose I am, I'm going to walk in it. I'm going to speak it. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Good God Almighty. Yes, Shawan, you're right. I mean, this is pretty much what the studio audience is saying. They praising God for you. I love that naysayer. Yes, Shawan, you are a blessing to those that you touch. I mean, people are just pouring in. I'm looking forward to tuning into your show. You are a very powerful woman. I see all of your comments, Queen. Okay, I see all of your comments that's happening here. This is such a blessing. And I can't wait to hear and watch your show. And so, wow, when you say people have to be intentional, what is just give one nugget that people can walk away with about intentionality as they are in the process of just going about their going about their day. What? Be intentional. What? How?
Make a decision to show up for you. Choose you first. Once you make the decision, walk in faith. You know, we talk about faith. We say we trust God, but when it's time to put it to action and put the boots on the ground, no one speaks English, right? So here's what you have to do. When you are intentional, that means I'm setting a pace. I've written the plan. I'm following through. I don't need to see the outcome because I'm trusting God because he placed it in me. Jeremiah 1:5 lets us know before we were even in the womb, before I knew you, before I formed you, I already ordained a thing about your life. The fact that I know that, then that means that I'm going to put it in place. I'm going to write the vision. I'm going to make it plain. Habakkuk 2 lets us know the same. I am going to walk in it. So be intentional about what you say, about what you do. And if you're putting God's name in it, make sure you affirm it by how you speak. And just literally, I like to say we have to be able to hug people with our presence. Before I say a word, you ought to feel his spirit on me. That's intentionality, because it's easy to fall into our own space and be comfortable with not being that person that God needs us to be. But if I'm intentional, that means I'm doing it because I know there's purpose in it. That means there's fruit, there's manifestation that's coming from it. So just be intentional in all ways, in every area of your life, and it will show up. We always say, I trust God. I want to get to a place where everyone can say, Lord, you can trust me.
Oh my gosh. Hug people with our presence. God knows. God knows you're right, Cher Graham. God knows when I go off intentions path and is still there. Yes. Regina said, come on. She ready for you to preach. You're gonna have to tune in to Shawan's show to be able to hear her do some more preaching, because we got to close this one out soon. We got two more people that we need to hear from. So intentionally spoken, Shawan Sharika.
Yes. Yes.
All right, everybody. Listen, we're going to keep this whole thing moving. And how can people stay connected with you on social media, Shawan, right quick?
Facebook, Shawan Shasha Sharika, Instagram, Twitter, linked all of those. Shawan James or Shawan Sharika. You can also reach me on my website, which is www.sowinnig.org. So winning. That's
So
what we're
winning.
doing together.
Look, it's gonna be big. It's reminding me of some of them songs I've been hearing. You're gonna read so winning. SOWINNING.org.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here
Thank
today.
you. Thank
I'm
you.
so honored. All right, listen, we're getting ready to hear from another dynamic director with Believe in Your Dreams Network. Oh man, I can't believe, Dr. Peters, you got all of these phenomenal. You got to be like a proud parent with your cheeks burning, because this right here is some amazing stuff happening. All right. Doctor, let me go here. Dr. Renee Mentor, Reverend Dr. Renee Mentor, is a Christian-based psychotherapist in private practice in New York. She's highly respected and sought after in both the faith-based and in the secular communities. She's a mental health advocate who promotes all minds matter by providing mental health services without regard to income. She is the host of The Miracle in You with Dr. Renee. So we are excited to have you here. She's co-authored like a whole bunch of anthologies, at least 10 anthologies, 8-time international bestselling. You blah, 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 you name it, it's going down with Dr. Renee Mentor. So welcome The Miracle in You with Dr. Renee, host Dr. Renee Mentor, to the Kim Jacobs Show. How are you? Oh, let me make sure it's muted. Wait a minute. Let me unmute you here. Are you okay? Let's go.
Okay. I am so blessed. I'm being fed by my sisters today. So I'm in heaven.
Equally, I am too.
Yes.
Talk to us about your program and what people can expect when they tune into your broadcast.
Okay. As you said, the name of my show is The Miracle in You with Dr. Renee. And how it came about was actually being the recipient of miracles. You see me talking today. I was once unable to speak. I also lost the ability to walk, but through divine healing, you see me talking, and if I could stand up, you would see me walking. So we give all of the praise and all of the honor to God. So the show came about with me understanding that I am no more special than anyone else. And if God could place these miracles in me, it was for me to speak about, but also to span the globe to find others who have been recipients of miracles, and what have they done with that. So on my show, you will hear from people who have been healed from brain tumors without surgical intervention. You'll hear of someone who was the only person that survived in his company from the World Trade Center crash. You will also hear of stories of transformation from the inside out, mindset changes, people who may have been addicted to substances who were healed from that. But the important thing is, what do you do with your life after that? And how do you help others? So there is a signature question that everyone must answer, which is, what is the miracle in you? And how are you using that? So everyone has the opportunity to talk about that. So we are literally spanning the globe for these stories. So you'll see me in Africa by way of Zoom. You'll see me in Africa. You'll see me in Europe, and you will get a taste of people from all over the world. You will also see the angels here on earth who provide miracles for others. So we are just so excited, and we give God all the glory.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, y'all I'm gonna have the Holy Ghost. I mean, seriously, I don't get the Holy Ghost only in a church service. I can cut the rug right here in my own office. And what I am hearing is just, I'm telling you, all glory and honor goes to God, that he would he would even use vessels like yourself to be to be his mouthpiece, to be able to be his vision and share it and salt this earth. My God, in Zion, I'm so excited. I don't know what to do. So living miracles are going to be exposed. Y'all know how I don't know, everybody done tuned into like Benny Hinn, different ones, right? Y'all tune into them. Guess what? You need to tune into Reverend Dr. Renee Mentor, and you're going to hear about miracles, non-surgical miracles that's happening right here on this earth. God is still in the miracle working business.
Amen.
Wow. My mind is blown. I cannot wait to watch your show. I cannot wait. Thank you so much. So how do people, just give one nugget, because we're going to go. But how can people trust God enough to believe that a miracle is even possible? That's a good question, Kim. Yes, pat yourself on the back. Go.
Okay. What I'm going to say about that is dreams, miracles, visions have no deadline. So if God has given it to you, believe it, trust it. There is no deadline. God is faithful.
Have no debt. Okay, I'm typing what you're saying. That is so everything right there. Okay, y'all stay with us for about 5 more minutes. We're going to be getting off this good show together. But that right there, Dr. I'm gonna just put Dr. Mentor. That is a beautiful dreams, miracles, vision have no deadline. You can't beat that. How can people stay connected with you?
Yeah, I'm on all social media platforms, Dr. Renee Mentor.
Everywhere on social media, Dr. Renee, with one E for those that are podcast listeners, RENE Mentor, MINTER. Stay connected with this beautiful vessel, and I cannot wait to watch your show. All right, let's go. And definitely not last, not least, none of that stuff. We just have here with us seed sowing woman over here, Lisa D. Adams, and I am so excited to be able to have you. Her show is called Help Me Help My Son, the ongoing conversation. She is an award-winning author, actress, filmmaker, founder of Self-Love and Motivation Academy, mentor and philanthropist. Empowered by her own lessons, she advocates healthy relationships as a motivational speaker and host of Help Me Help My Son, the ongoing conversation television show. Welcome, Lisa D. Adams, to the Kim Jacobs Show. Wow. Talk to us, Lisa. How are you today?
Great morning, rather, and thank you so much for having me. I am doing wonderful. I'm doing great and grateful for this opportunity.
So now, why the sons in particular? Talk to us about that for a second.
Well, this came about because I was at a book read at a school, and a mom came up to my table and she asked if I had a book for her African-American son. I had books because I write a lot for our young people, our young adults, but I didn't have one specified for our young men. I had one that was for our young girls and men, but not one for our young men. And she stepped on my toes. She said, "You all cater to these young ladies, but no one is out here advocating for our young men." And I was like, okay, ouch. I promised her that I was going to do better. I was going to change my ways. Next book was going to go out to our young men. But in that process, I started talking to some of my friends and other parents who felt the same way. And after that, Help Me Help My Son, the documentary was created, and it talked about 7 young men and their point of views of growing up living Black, some of the things that they have experienced and what they went through. And we also talked to the parents, we talked to teachers, we talked to pastors and mentors. And so after all of that, these same young people, after we showed at the movie at the theater, shortly thereafter, some of the parents went through cancer. One of the young men brothers was killed. Other one went through depression. So it was a whole lot of stuff that when this opportunity came with the Believe in Your Dream Net, I had no chance to conversation because other people kept saying, well, Lisa, you can't sit on this. What else are you going to do? But God hadn't given me permission to move further.
Right.
So I sat and I waited. God gave me permission. When he said, Lisa, this is it. I said, okay, God, you know what? I'm going to trust you in this. I'm like, I don't know, but I'm going to trust your hand. And let me tell you, their life's going to be changed because my life has changed up in here. What's been poured in me in this group, giving me the ability to pour back out because I'm tired of seeing the stuff that our young men are going through. I'm tired of our young men not believing that they are kings, that they can do anything other than fail. Just like they say, you can lay on your back and look up, you can get up. And I'm willing to advocate it. But you know what? I'm not for the mess either. I believe in them the truth. Nobody gonna sugarcoat for you. Get your butt up, pull your pants up, put a belt on, and let's do something.
That's so good.
That's it for me. I'm complete.
You act like you're on Clubhouse, girl. You like, that's it for me. Drop the mic. I'm complete. I'm done speaking. Okay.
That's it.
All right. Well, let me tell you that you having the focus of being able to focus on sons is just admirable. Our sons, Dr. Karen said, are kings. I have 4 sons, and I am so honored that you have this particular type of focus. And I'm glad that whoever put that in that nudge in your spirit, that you responded to the call, you took heed to it. There's not enough information focusing on Black sons. This is just some good stuff. Everything that you all are saying, make sure you all go back and look in the comment section, because people are like, whoop, whoop, on my toes. You got me on my toes. Lots of great comments coming in. Dreams, miracles. This right here was for Dr. Renee. Dreams, miracles, and visions have no deadline. My God. It's been some great stuff you all have shared. When you're dealing with African-American sons, young men, the ongoing conversation with all of the things that's happening in this world today, what advice would you give any mother of a son? It doesn't matter whether it's African-American, Caucasian, whatever, but of sons. What advice would you give?
Keep the faith and keep the lines of communication open. Don't be afraid to address the issue.
Okay. Keep the faith and keep the lines of communication open. That's from Lisa. And Lisa, how do they stay connected with you?
Yes.
How do they stay connected with you?
Be willing to talk about it. They can stay connected with me on Facebook is your best place. Go to Help Me Help My Son. The ongoing Help Me Help My Son is a page, or Lisa D. Adams Facebook page, and right here where you see it's beautiful me at gmail.com. Email me, and I promise you I'm going to respond right back to you.
Okay. All right. And that's incredible. I cannot wait to watch your show as well. I think I'm just going to do, like, you've been on Netflix and stuff and you just binge watch. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just binge watch Believe in Your Dreams television network. I'm just going to pick a weekend and binge watch, because I feel like this is some great stuff that's happening here. And I cannot wait. To be a part of this. Okay, Dr. Nicole Peters, I want you to say the closing comments, because I know that, it's been so much that's been shared, but I want people to know whatever it is that's on your heart right quick. And then we're going to close out. Wow.
Well, we have a surprise for him. So Kim, you want me want to do the surprise first or do? Well, I'm gonna start with the closing comments. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate and I value my Believe family. You're gonna always hear us say the word family because we are a family. We have trained with each other for months on top of months. Some 4 years, some 6 months, some 5 months, some 3 months. But we are here for each other because we believe in each other. And you will be able to find all the new platforms this upcoming week. You'll be able to go. We wait on our mobile apps. We actually was already in for our all our smart TV apps and everything, but we also want our mobile apps because there's a lot of people they use their phones now, and digital media is rocking the world. So we didn't want to leave out the mobile app. So our mobile apps will be ready this upcoming week. We probably will start on that next Monday, so you'll be able to get your popcorn ready, Kim, and watch all the shows. Everybody be able to watch the shows. But I also want to tell you, everybody up here that's a director, I shocked them and let them know they also are channel owners. So they're not just TV show owners no more. They also have a channel. Everybody up here has a channel. So they have people who they can even sign up under them as TV show to be extra multi-millionaires now. So I'm just thankful that I was able to have this position and to share the wealth with everybody as possible. Now for the surprise, I want everybody to know that Kim Jacobs Show is coming to the Believe in Your Dreams Network.
I'm so excited.
Yes, we are so excited to have you. I cannot wait. Kim is not playing. I have people who've been with me over 12 months and have not submitted as many videos as Kim. Kim is ready to go. She is ready to beep and get on that bus, which is Breakthrough Unstoppable Success. The Believe bus is not stopping. We got success. We have Breakthrough Street. We have Unstoppable Drive, and we got Success Boulevard. And Kim is ready for Breakthrough Unstoppable Success. That's what the bus means, for the beep, meaning that we're there. We're ready to pick you up. So anybody want to be a part of the Believe in Your Dreams television network, give one of us, send one of us an inbox, talk to one of us, and we got some specials going on right now. But yes, I am so excited to have Kim Jacobs Show a part of the Believe in Your Dreams network. So let us give you some beat beats. Y'all get out the mute and get some beat beats.
Okay, let me get some beat beats. Let me unmute y'all. Y'all get off this mute. Beep, everybody. I'm so excited on behalf of the Kim Jacobs Show team, the Balanced Doctor team, all of the team members behind our program. We work very hard, and I appreciate everything that they do to even get us even in consideration for us to be a part of your platform. So thank you to the Kim Jacobs Show team. Thank you to all the studio audience members, and to you, Dr. Nicole Peters, for even allowing this to become a reality. I really appreciate you and your whole team for making this possible. So yay! Okay,
yes, Kim
everybody
will be seen in billions of households, really. And on top of that, we're in every country you can think of. You know, we know United States says 196 countries, but it's actually more than that, many countries over there, where Samsung and LG is also a part of. So you'll be in all those different countries. So imagine how many households the Kim Jacobs Show will be coming to. And actually, Kim, we on Roku, we on Amazon, we on Amazon Prime Fire, we have Apple, we have Sony Select. Some will be on Sony Select, some will not. We also have Chromecast, Google Play, TLC Smart, Philips Smart. We have it all now. And if you got an Android phone, we got a show for that. If you have an Apple phone, we got a show for that. If you have a laptop, we got a show for that. So it does not matter. We're now in all over where you can break free. That's what I love about Believe in Your Dreams, because if you believe, anything is possible for you once you get on that bus, because we ready to ride.
All right, y'all. We went a few minutes extra today, but this has been a phenomenal time. Thank you all, ladies, for blessing us with your shows, and thank you for salting this earth. I do want to just tell you, tomorrow, tune in. We have a young man. You're talking about young men. He's going to be talking as a youth coach and worship leader, workshop leader, and he talks about staying grounded and happy as a young person and supporting the young people in your lives. How important that is. So make sure you all tune in. All right, everybody. Have a great day.
Have a great day.
Thank you all for being here. I'm going to go ahead and close out. And I thank you for being in the studio audience, everybody. I'll see y'all if you stay backstage. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.